Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I am talking about Ghost in the Shell 2017. And specifically what I want to talk about today is why the film failed. So first, I need to establish why I think it failed. It absolutely did fail. I think that's an undisputable fact. So here's why. Here's the numbers. Here's the evidence for saying that Ghost in the Shell 2017 failed. By the way, from now on, I'm just going to say Ghost 2017, just to kind of get it down to what I'm talking about faster. All right, so Ghost 2017, what happened with that movie is this weekend, its opening weekend, it made $19 million domestic and it made $40 million internationally. It did not meet its expectations. So it was expected to do about $40 million, maybe $30 million. It came in almost half of what it was expected to make, okay? In addition to that, this is, without a doubt, Steven Spielberg and Scarlett Johansson. These are people that are attached to this film, and or have been attached to this film at one time or another. And this is a full-on, up to bat swing at a Hollywood blockbuster. This was an attempt at a Hollywood blockbuster. A Hollywood blockbuster always wins its weekend. Period. End of sentence. Ghost in the Shell did not win its weekend. It did not even remotely win its weekend. It came in third on its opening weekend. So, Boss Baby, a movie where Alec Baldwin, a man over 50 or 60 years old, voices a baby, beat this thing. Not only did Boss Baby beat Ghost 2017, it doubled it in what it made, right? So, 19 million domestic for Ghost in the Shell, 49 million domestic for Boss Baby. So Americans said, okay, here's Boss Baby, a minor throwaway children's comedy, animated comedy, and here's Ghost in the Shell, a movie that is bringing about the most iconic anime film in history with deep and lasting ideas and concepts within it. We choose Boss Baby, which just hurts my soul. By the way, I want to be clear. I think Ghost in the Shell is a 5 out of 5 star movie. I think it's absolutely brilliant and a masterfully crafted, extremely well executed film that I absolutely loved. I thought it was an amazing film. I think Ghost in the Shell is by far the best live action anime film ever made, and by far the best Scarlett Johansson film ever made, and certainly the best cyberpunk film ever made. Probably a few other categories in there as well. It's an amazing film. So, the failure of Ghost 2017. It also was beaten on its opening weekend by Beauty and the Beast, a movie that was in its third week, which also doubled the amount of money that Ghost in the Shell made. It was purely an abject failure. Okay, by the metrics of Hollywood, it has failed. Okay, and also we know this because word of mouth is not going to carry this movie forward, because it was reviewed viciously, savagely, brutally on its opening weekend. The critics tore it apart. The movie review critic community savaged it, which now, why did that happen? Okay, and also that is the reason I think this movie failed, was it was not given a chance to get on its feet, because the reviewers saw it early and just tore it apart, absolutely tore it to pieces, including my favorite reviewer, Grace Randolph, who I think is the best reviewer out there. She's amazing. She does an incredible job every day of reviewing movies. She tore this movie to pieces. Now, clearly, I disagree with her, but I still think she's an amazing movie reviewer, and she's just in the masses on this one, right? So, why did this movie fail? Here is the reason why this movie failed. So, by the way, this is spoiler free. All right. So, going forward, I'm going to explain why this movie failed. This movie failed for one reason, in my opinion. It failed because the reviewers tore it to pieces and did not give it a chance for word of mouth to pick up. And at this point, it has to be word of mouth, because generally, since 2008 and the rumor of Keanu Reeves playing Cowboy Bebop came out, there has been a huge hope on the part of Hollywood that there would be a live-action anime wave that would start. And so that has never come to fruition in 9 years since that rumor began. There have been multiple attempts, and all of them have failed. And this is the latest failure in an attempt to start the live-action anime wave. And so the reason this movie failed is, this movie, if you are watching it, if you're paying attention, it has an incredibly clear message. That message is, if you attempt to mix humanity and technology directly, if you attempt to play God in that way, you will become the devil. So what this movie is saying is, it's saying we have carefully looked at the idea of augmenting humanity with technology by putting technology into people's bodies. Okay? None of that is a spoiler. All of it's in the trailer. And then at that point, what the movie is saying is the path to get there will make you an inhuman monster. That is a very sad... Now, in my opinion, I'm an evangelical Christian. And so if you are... And I think anyone who looks at this movie and doesn't believe in God, this is a horrible, horrible message for them, right? And the reason why is the geek rapture. So this movie looks at two types of a human mind in a human mind in a robot body, and a human mind without any body at all. Okay, and in both cases, it says the road to get there is, the cost is so high, you cannot even attempt it. You cannot attempt it. The attempt to merge your body with technology will make you an inhuman monster. Not just in your form, but in your soul, and what you have to do to get there. Okay? That is a terrifying message for anyone who doesn't believe in God, because they're saying you will never have immortality without being a monstrous being, without taking a road that is so dark that it will tear you apart, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Right? And that is an incredibly dark statement. This is a dark film, and I think it's brilliant, and I 100% agree with it. You can't play God at that level. If you try to play God, you will become the devil. That's what the message of this movie is. And I think, modern movie review critics, by and large, do not believe in God overall, or they have kind of they're agnostic, or maybe they're spiritual, but the idea of a deity, someone who would grant immortality, is laughable to the vast majority of them, and that is why this movie failed. And that is very sad, in my opinion. I'm very sad that it failed. So that is why Ghost in the Shell failed. Thank you.